Hello. Just getting my microphone sorted, and welcome to today's live stream. Today we are going to be building bag 16 of the. Can I work out what camera I'm showing on? Bag 16 of the Lion Knights Castle, and this bag comes with one minifigure, and that is the Wizard Magisto. I want to say, I'm not necessarily pronouncing that. And in the very first page of our manual, we actually have a little bit of writing like we've had in some of the other pages, and it says, if you can't read it, back in a body. That's better, though it's not quite as I remember it. 28 years is far too long to be without it. Now, today is quite an interesting day actually to be building this, because I've just seen some leaks saying, I'm just going to turn my phone down because I can hear myself. I've just seen some leaks online saying that there's a Magisto Wizard gift with purchase set coming out for Black Friday, so I'm quite interested in that. I want to know if that's true. I want to probably get it because I love castle stuff. I've also seen a rumour that there's a medieval marketplace coming out, or I can't remember if it was marketplace or town square, something like that, which again, I want that. I missed out obviously in the early 2000s. I missed out on all the castle Lego because I was too busy doing investing, chasing women and girls and stuff like that. So today I'm going to build this figure, talk about it a bit, because I think as far as it goes, this is the most disappointing figure in this set. But just so you know, we're building in stop motion. So if you look at the rest of my channel, everything builds itself. It's all little stop motion builds. That's what we're doing today, and you'll see the process behind it. So come on, join in, have a chat. If you're watching afterwards, leave me comments, whatever you want. I'm probably looking at about roughly an hour to build this, but we will see. And I'll talk, like I said, I will talk through my process as we go, and we'll see just how it goes. So first off, I'm going to turn my keyboard on. I'm going to move my keyboard. I'm going to make sure I've got my everything up here. Now, if you are wondering, I use a program called Digicam. So as I open these bags, I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. I use a program called Digicam at the moment. I want to get Dragon Frame, but that costs lots and lots of money. I use and all Digicam does is let me connect my camera up to my computer and just double checking and take photos, which then get saved directly to computer. In theory, I actually have them go straight to a hard drive on the network, but just open bag, lots of noise probably. Make sure everything's fell out. That's caught me out so many times. Just make sure the bags are going down there so I can film my later. Oh, and the little pieces. Now, with stop motion, you want to make sure of several things. Just as I'm unpacking things. First thing being lighting. Oh, look at those flames. Oh, we almost lost a piece there. I need to I'm actually in the process of thinking how I'm going to rebuild this desk. I have said it a few times now. And one of the things is I want a bar here to stop parts rolling off. Right, I'm just going to check what I look like, because it's probably horrendous. I'm probably not too bad. Yeah, good. I might just move that camera slightly this way, just so you get a bit more in shot, so you can see exactly what's going on a bit. There we go. If you do want me to focus in on anything, obviously just message. I've got my phone there, I can see the messages. I will set them to live messages rather than top, in case it does suddenly get busy. And so, where was I? Stop motion. Lighting. We've got 3 sets of lights here, 1 here, 2 here. And that gives us a nice amount of light, and it doesn't create too many shadows. And I do get some, as you can see on this set, and I get a nice white background from that as well. So, in fact, I might. And there's a general light pointing upwards here as well, which just light illuminates me slightly. But other than that, I don't have any other lights at the moment. I'm hoping to potentially get some more. Last time, bag 14 and 15, we built this, which is some kind of dungeon. And it's got some really cool arches in it, but they're not very stable yet, as you can see. And I believe the next piece is coming on here. I believe. We shall see. And it's got a little forestman's cave in there as well. Not sure how well you can see that. Actually, because of that, I am going to just lower this light down. So last time I thought I suffered a bit from not having quite the right amount of light in some places. And I've lowered this light already. I've just lowered this one. Maybe put that up. It's takes a bit of practice sometimes. And this is a slightly new set to me. Right. So, first off, I'm going to leave the manual here so we can see. We're going to build the wizard. Now, I will be building him in stop motion in probably another live stream. And just going to get his parts together. That will be going in my Minifigure Mondays videos. So first off, his staff. It's just a simple rod with a gold little stud in it. And then a green jewel. I don't know if these actually force it jewel, I believe, but my daughter loves to call them jewels. There you go, that's his staff. And then for himself, so this is where the disappointment comes in. Let's just get his beard as well, let's not forget about beard. This is a plain blue stress piece, a plain blue torso piece. See where I'm going here? They're just plain blue. I think, from memory, even the original Wizard Magisto was not that plain. So I don't know why Lego have done this. I'm hoping if they do a gift with purchase, we get a much better version, which will be replacing it. The head, it looks like a Santa Claus head. I'm sure I've got that on a Father Christmas somewhere. But there we go. No additional hair, just the hat. And there we go. I've made him right-handed in the picture. He's left-handed. Let's do it correctly. And there we go. Our master of magic. He is, yes, he portrays the wizard. He's got a cool little sack, which obviously that didn't exist back in the day. But let's be honest here. They could have given us some printing. Now, he's looking all good. So, I am thinking, have I got the other one I want to show you? I haven't. What I'll do, when I review this set, I've got another wizard, which was actually in the Builder minifigure bins, and it has been for some months, which I created, and he's a much better wizard than that one. So, we'll pick up, in fact, if you look on my coronation stop motion animation back in May, if you can't find it, check when King Charles II got coronated. It came out on that day, or the day before. And there's a wizard in that, and he is my Builder minifigure wizard. And he has got a better outfit than this one. But still, he is there. He now needs to be built in stop motion. Oops. And he goes along with our other minifigures. I believe there's 22 in this set altogether. So, now, what are we building today? So, let me turn the pages. From what I can tell, we're building another part of the castle, which I think is going to connect to the dungeons. Oh, we're going to have a treasure chest in there. It's going to have a bit at the outside, a chocolate frog on it, and then a set of stairs which is going to be built sideways. Now what I'm doing, the reason I'm looking for all this before I start building, is because with stop motion, it is very, very, very important. Oh, we've got some Harry Potter ones in there. That's really random. It's very, very important that you sort of have an idea of what's going to happen and if they're jumping around the set build a bit. So there's nothing worse than building one side, turning your set around and realising you've got to go back and build loads on the other side. It doesn't look like this one does it too much because we build the stair set, which I will do separately today because looking at that, whew, that looks like it's going to be difficult. Say that. You know what? I might be up for the challenge of building this in situ. Am I? We build down, we're building there, then we're building up. We're building up. We're adding bits. And they're all going to come from the end. Okay, if you are watching, tell me, should I build this in situ or should I build it separately? Let's see when we get there, see how we feel maybe. But if you are watching along, feel free to join in, chat, whatever you want. And I'm just going to lay a couple of base plates, just have a look and see how much space we need today. So we're going to have a 1, 2, and then the water piece, and I think that's the width of it actually. So if I get we've got a long brown, this brown piece. So what I can do, just zoom in on that, just get it all in focus, and just move it around a little bit, and then get it back in focus. There, perfecto. So actually we're using a very small amount of space. I'm just going to check that you can see that I'm building. Yep. Right. 2021. Let's see. Have I been live for like 10 minutes already? Jesus. Right. Apologies, because it does take a bit. I mean, obviously there's also some pre-setup before you even see this. So, yeah, apologies on the fact that it takes a while. I'm just going to double check where I'm going. I'm going across. And we're going to build at the front. Yeah. Cool. I'm just going to raise my seat up ever so slightly. What seat am I in here? Where's the handle? There it is. Just because I want to try and get in a little bit closer for this one. So here we go. Plane shot. I'm just going to check. It looks pretty. And it does. And I'm just going to take another one actually. Just for my own comfort. And then we're going to have this shooting straight up into the slightly off center. It's going to go. And what I'm doing here is I'd just love to have these things flying in and just placing themselves because it's entertaining. End of. I love that we get some castle queens in this as well. So right, I'm just putting some blue tack on the bottom of this. And that's just purely to hold it in place. And make one last little movement. Just tuck that blue tack in. And what else I'm going to do? Just run this blue tack over, pick up any that came off last time. And there we go. Right. In the book. If you watched my last live stream, whoa, losing parts already. If you watched my last live stream, you'll know that I like to ignore the instructions, and that is what I'm doing here. Again, a bit of blue tack on this because this is our base, just to hold it in place. One piece at the front, and I'm just going to put another piece just at the edge part, just to be sure we don't have too much movement. Put it back where it should be, and there we go. Right. And this piece is going to fly in from the side. Let's just work out where the side begins. Just check I didn't get my hand in that. Now what I am doing is I am releasing the bags one by one at the moment. So ordinarily I would just do the whole build and then end of story. You'd get it once I was finished the whole lot. I have actually been building this set, say it quickly, since February. Actually, I got it for Christmas, so potentially since January, but I think February is roughly when I actually started it. I think it was my birthday, so my birthday's in February, and I think it was just after that. Oh, we only have one of those visible. Where's the other one? There. And there we go, just going to have a quick drink. And then let's get the water pieces flying in. So there. What I'm going to do, start the next piece flying in too, and then this piece as well. And I don't know if I have moved that one, so that's cool. So now I'm doing 3 pieces at once. I need a bit of a system, which is going to be move the blue, move the brown, move the blue. I'm just going to leave him out for one last little bit. And again, here, the plan will be, so once this piece lands, which it will do in a sec, is I'm just going to put some blue tack under that big blue tile. Right, so that one's going in. This one's coming to get a bit of blue tack on it. Again, just at the edges. And this will just stop any major movements. So, and as you can see, it moves. So that's the exact reason why I'm doing it now. And then we need a 1x3 brick, which will be going here. And a second one, which will be going here. And that is actually going to hold it all in place right now, just for the moment. And then we can also do this. Then we'll build up that back wall. Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll keep going with this piece just for a minute, just because it's all focused in one area, so it'll be quite good. I need to actually go back to my original videos and see how I was doing this, whether I was actually zooming in onto these sorts of sections, whether I did have the whole set in shot. So then there's this piece. So what I'm going to do actually is just have this piece turn in so you can see it's a slope, otherwise from the angle we're at you have no idea that this is a slope. There we go. Push it out. Another thing I always have to watch out is the camera settings are it takes quite a slow photo on this one. So I can do it faster, but we get a much better depth of field if I take it a bit slower. So I'm also playing my moustache today if that gets really annoying. And I've got to make sure I don't put my hand in front of the camera, which I have done a few times. Right, I'm just going to start building up this back wall now. I'm just going to check the focus. I think that is actually focused really quite well. So, clicking that one down, and then F3. With another 3 on top. Oops. And again, this is me ignoring all the instructions and just building it in a way that I'm hoping sort of gives more visibility to what's happening than just following the instructions. I should really put that camera low so that you can sort of see my face when I'm staring down at these Lego bricks, wondering where the one I want is. And that goes down, and it's going to be a 4x1 on top. A sturdy, good wall. I cannot say how much I cannot wait to get this set finished. It's been a while. Oh, I see. So let's put in this stool. I should have started the other way around. I've just realised. A bit late now. There we go. I know what I was doing. I had the manual up here the other day, didn't I? And I had the keyboard on my lap. I'm just going to check this doesn't get in shot and still lets me. I don't know if you can actually see the manual, but if you can't, tough. Let's have a look. Does it give you any visibility? No. Sorry, I've said before I should maybe have the manual visible so you can see what I'm building. But it's tough to know everything that should be shown and not shown in a live stream. Just getting blue tack out of the way. Right. Oh, it was a little plate piece, which is definitely going to be in the small part, surely. It's all greys in the big one. What colour is it? It's a round plate that is. I can't even see any round plates. There it is. It's always just slightly hidden. Okay. Now, I say this every time, so if you have watched before, apologies. What I do is something I like to call a brick drop. What I'm going to do is leave that chest there like that. I'll just move it slightly down. There we go. Put its lid on just. The lid is going to clip down. I love these chests. That's so cool. And it's just going to open. So we're just going to add in 2 extra frames of the lid coming all the way up. Now I'm producing this at 24 frames per second, so this is very fast. So some of these animations I will actually slow down. Now in the chest. Oh, so this says in this, so we're about to put all the stuff in the chest. And this says, ah yes, the amber. I remember that when the Black Knight first cast his eyes upon it, in the end it drove him mad. I'm assuming that's talking about the coins that we're about to deposit in our chest, along with an orange wedge piece and an orange stud. So there we go. That's what's going in our chest. Now I don't know what we're going to see. We're not going to see anything. I might put the wedge piece in, because then what I can do is put the coin on top. There we go. And then it can go another coin on top. Oops. And a coin there. Or that there. You know what, I'm pretty sure the wedge and the other wedge and the other, there's another coin. I'm pretty sure they're all going to be spares. So they can go on there. And then we're going to close the lid just slowly so we can see all that treasure. Ooh, let's just one tiny open lid. Let's move some stuff around. They don't really clip down like they used to actually. Back in my day. Right, and it's going to clip up. And it's going to twizzle around. And that's because we're going to put a wall here. Now, I actually visited a castle today, a real life castle, in Warwick Castle in the UK. If you're wondering where the hell I am. And it was very, very good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing all the different armours and bits and bobs. Right, that looks so different. Well, hang on, is that supposed to be shiny or is that supposed to be... When Lego sort of show something looking shiny in the manual, but it's actually not in real life. The bottom piece is, and it's got the little shine logo on it, but the top piece hasn't. But in the book, it kind of looks like it's supposed to be shiny. There we go. Right, and let's build. Let's go upwards. Wasted too much time now. Ah, why are we going off edge? Right. We're going to have a little green piece here, apparently. This is cool. Right, where's this coming in from? About there? No, a bit further. Where does it go? It's going to go here. And clunk. And that's where it's going to sit. And then this is going to sit on top of it. Let's push that one down. Clip, clip, clip. Right, just going to look just a smidge ahead. Yeah, and this is why I look ahead. So this piece is going to go on, but then later we put a 3 brick, a 1x3 brick on, which is going to be hidden behind another piece. So that's going to go there, straight off, so it's not hidden. And then I'm just going to flick back, and I'm going to do the pieces that should be going here. So this one, yeah, followed by this. Now, if you are watching along, because I can see 1 or 2 people on the views, please shout out, tell us who you are, where you're from, what you love about Lego, or what you love about Lego stop motion, even better. And we can have a good old chinwag. Right. And let's put some flowers down. Or should we do that at the end? Let's build up the next section, then put flowers down. Because otherwise we take away from the fact we're building up. I love these bricks. These textured bricks are just, they're actually my favourite, I think. Right, so this one I'm doing 3 frames for. So normally, I think I started saying this, I don't think I finished. Normally I do what I like to call a brick drop, which is where I put a brick on, I take a photo, I push it down, I take the next photo. And that just gives me a really, really nice look in the video of the bricks actually building themselves. It looks cool, it looks almost like it's animated, rather than just the bricks appearing, which I did on my original videos. Now, talking of original videos, I am currently in the thought process of, drum roll, oh, got someone chatting. Hey there, JCP, JCPC even. How are you doing tonight? Or this morning, or whatever time zone you are enjoying. And what have I missed here? %, have missed something. Ah, there we go. So there's that one, and it's a 3 brick. Right. Need to go back to What's your favourite Lego set? Right, deleting that one. Check out that focus while I'm here. Right. There we go, putting that one down. Yeah, I'm not too bad tonight. I'm a little tired because I've been around a real life castle today, which has inspired me to get on building this. But I really want to get this build finished. And I want to get the video out. Like I say, I'm doing it bag by bag. Oh, and what I was saying just before I saw your message was I'm talking my old builds, my original builds. I'm planning on redoing my first build I ever did for the channel, which was the 1996-1995 Sheriff's Office, but in a completely different manner, and making it much more fun and like the builds I do now, just to partly show the difference in a year. And that'll be released on November 7th if I get that far. I'm thinking I might do that tomorrow night actually. Right, let's get these last few bricks on, and then I'm going to do the flowers. So what's your favourite Lego set? That's what I want to know. Or what's your favourite Lego theme, if not? I mean, I collect all of them, but without a doubt, castles have always had a special place in my heart. Just double checking the photos on the computer, making sure they look good. Right, yeah, and then we're going to build the stair set. Now, I did ask earlier, does anyone think I should try and build this in situ? Or should I just build it as per the manual separately? There we go, flowers going down. I really want to add popping noises. So although the videos take quite a long while to make, I've started adding noises and sound effects and all that sort of stuff to these when I build them. And I really want to add popping noises when flowers appear, just like pop, pop, pop. Right. Now here we go. Can we do this in situ? So I think the answer should be yes. I also think you won't see what the hell's going on because I've just put a wall in the way. Let's have a little look on the camera on here. So if I put, where's the brick that makes it go sideways? This one. So if I put that brick on there, you're not going to see a thing. Right. I'm going to do something that might work, it might not. So I'm going to rotate the set. Just a little bit. And the idea here being that I can get the next bit of the build in shot. Whenever I do this, I do very small movements to begin with, and then I start to speed up a little bit. So here we go, we're going to have it almost this way, a little bit further. And I'm just going to slow these last couple of shots up. So it's kind of there. I was thinking maybe one more. Just going to get up. Hopefully you don't see it, but there's always little bits of white tack residue left over sometimes. I think one more. There we go. Right. Squeeze it all down. There's lots of white tack under there, so hopefully some of those plates are going to hold in place. One more photo just to be sure. And then we're going to start a nightmare. This literally is going to be hard work because I've got to build this backwards. Right, so doing a brick drop on this. So 1, 2. Right. Now this brick needs to go here. God, there's not much space actually. When this is going to be there, it's not going to be. It's going to be a very tight finish. Now what's holding that in? What have I done? What have I begun? I'm so silly sometimes. Let's do the next brick. At least then it might start to make some sense in my mind what's even going on here. So there should be a 2x3 brick. There we go. Right, so that goes down. Then at the back, so if that was the other way around, it would be like that, and it's going to point inwards. So here will be a brick. I don't know how well this is going to actually show up like pushing down. And then here is going to be a brick. So this is going to connect on the bottom half. We're going to stick in. So we're going to do it like this. It's going to drop in. Just thought I didn't even check my focus, but it is absolutely fine. It's going to drop in like that. And then we can have a free brick going across. So I think right now actually this isn't quite as bad as I thought it was. He says. Now again, this is going to go here. Like this. I'm just going to do this in 3 shots just because I can, and to sort of hide any other movement. And then we need a corner brick. Definitely think tonight there's only going to be 1 bag because I've decided to up the challenge level for some weird reason because I'm silly. Look at this is so obvious going to happen, it's just going to keep breaking. I could just keep taking it off actually and putting it back on. Right. Now what? Now we get a 4. It goes across here. Clip that one down. Clip that one down. I'll be tempted to like put this bag out actually as a stop motion video tonight or tomorrow if there's demand for it. And then our 4 pieces. That's cool. Right. I'm going to go slightly off piste here. So here we go. The first of the 4 arches. Now are they visible? Let's just double check. Set movement. Keeps being a bit of set movement here. Just really push this down, make sure nothing can move. Let's just put a bit of blue tack at the back as well, just to be sure. So So I normally do try and hide at least one piece of blue tack somewhere at the back just to keep it in place. And, oops. Connection made. Right, that doesn't seem correct because it's touching there. That cannot be right. That's not correct. First one should be here. So we're just going to go back, delete a couple of pictures. Push these in. God, that is tight. Look at how tight that little room, the treasure chest. Oh, that's not the same type of arch. It would help if you make sure you've got the correct arches in the first place. Now, what we're going to do here is start taking it off and on because I keep moving the set, it would seem. Can you see the green? Sorry, I'll get really annoyed with set movement in stop motion. So I'm just going to slip a piece of blue tack under there because it keeps just wiggling as I'm doing this. There we go. Right. Arch number 2. And in it goes. And arch number 3. In it goes. And arch number 4. Oops. And again. Let's just pop that there. Now this is looking quite rough at the moment. None of the arches are really sitting nicely. And that's because they're supposed to have a little bit at the bottom which keeps them supported. So what I'm going to do is jump ahead to that and then come back to all the little extras that are supposed to be added on. So where does that happen? That happens there. So it's 2 plates followed by 2 little, right, let's do the 2 plates first because that's the easy part. So plate number 1. Plate number 2. And then one of these. Oh, I'm just, whoops. I just took like 5 photos with my tummy. What I'm going to do is delete them all because they're not in the right place anyway. And where's the second one of these? So I'm going to put both of these in, unlike what I normally do. And then I'm just going to attach everything together. And then this piece will clip down and it'll be nice, solid and secure, and I won't have any of this worry about movement now. Hopefully that will come out in a really nice looking way eventually. He says he hopes, he prays. I haven't even checked the manuals now. I'm just assuming we're putting 2 plates here because we're putting a 1x4 off on the next step. And then we're going to go back and fill in all those gaps which I missed off earlier. So now we've made this cool little hidden treasure. I'm guessing it's a hidden treasure room. I mean, if you're not hiding treasure in this tiny nook and cranny where you can't even open your chest, then what is the purpose of this room? That's the only thing I would say about this castle. It is not play scale, that's for sure. You can't... I don't see any way that you'd really be able to properly play with it. We're gonna try. I'm gonna let my daughters have a go at it. See what they think of this castle. They've certainly played with my old Royal Knights castle a fair few times. So it's only fair that they get to play with this one. Right. I'm baffled right now. What's going on here? So there we go. New brick going in the new plate, I should say tile even. Going in just there. A 1x4 just there. Is that right? Yes. And then a 1x3 just at this corner again. Leaving us a little, oops, something's fell off. Let's see what that is. It was a tube, 1x1 tube. Hopefully nothing else has fallen. Right, and then a slope and a 2 brick, and the 2 bricks going on the edge here. I think this bag is definitely going to take way longer than an hour tonight, so I think this will be the only bag of tonight, unfortunately. However, I think I think there's 26 bags if I remember rightly in this set. So this marks us on the final stretch of only 10 to go after today, which I cannot wait to finish this castle and see it and, well, play with it, make the stop motion film and get my kids to enjoy it. This is a really cool little staircase actually. Right, now I've got the challenge of working out which way the stairs are supposed to be going and if I'm doing them correctly. And one thing I would say from today, so I did mention it earlier, I went to Warwick Castle today, in Shropshire, or Warwickshire as well, I guess. And sorry, I'm just working out what way I'm supposed to be going here. And climbed up all the towers that they have there, and oh my god, the narrowness of some of those stairs. I couldn't believe it. They were so tight, so narrow. There's barely enough room to even put your foot down. So, and it made me think, there's some bits in this where it's about 3 studs wide for some of the stair sets and bits like that, and you can't stand the minifigure on them. But actually, it's probably not that historically accurate, because it appears these castles were just tiny. We're definitely having some set movement here. I'm just gonna... So... There are some little set movements, and it's really quite annoying. Just gonna put some more blue tack on the back. Bit more push down here. I'm gonna try a little bit just here as well. You shouldn't be able to see these bits on the camera, but oh, that was not a good idea. Pushing bricks onto the floor. Right, so now. I want to put 2 more slopes on the very bottom. which I can't see. There's one, there's the other. So let's do the bottom one first. I'm just going to hold the set as I do this as well. So historically actually works quite well. Historically I used to hold sets as I put bricks on, and then I realised I could just use blue tack. Right. Now we're going to go back and we're going to work out what we were supposed to do here, which is a 2 brick. So the 2 brick is on the second step up, it'll be that one. Yep. And then the snot brick, wherever that is when we find it. Why is it always so hard to find snot? There it is. No, I've definitely done this wrong, haven't I? Yep. Let's go back. Back to the drawing board. Just going to minimise that for a sec. So there. So delete that one. Yep. Delete that one. Take photo. So that one there should be the half brick. Half brick down. Snot brick on top. I love it. I love it when you change direction of builds. It is something I can't do. I really want to learn. Is that the right word? When you see it, especially in the micro builds, when you see someone building sideways and turning it around. I mean, I can build like, I don't know, a dice or something like that sideways. But when you see someone actually building sideways, it's just so good. It's so cool. It's such good building techniques, and it gives you such smoothness. Look at these steps. They're perfectly smooth. They look awesome. There we go. Right. And click. And look at that. We've now got a really smooth wall as well, just to make it even better. So we're going to do 2 plates with a tile on top here. So this plate's going to go on with 3, because I kind of want to emphasise the fact that we're building sideways here. Now, this is about to become problematic. I'm going to have to take these apart in a minute to get this final piece done. You'll see why in a second. So I'm not going to get that final tile in. So what I need to do is place it here. Just going to slightly connect it to the bricks. So I'm actually going to do it like this. Just going to shoot in sideways. And then one last one. Whoops, the whole set just moved. So let's do the last one. So I'm going to take this up. No, I'm not. Might need a brick separator. Oh, that moves a lot. So this is going to push down. I'm going to pull that back out and make sure that's in the right place. Pull the set slightly forward. I'm going to take a photo and have a look, see how much movement we had, because I feel like it was significant. It was. Now, one thing I'm going to do is use that to my advantage. And I'm going to start turning the set back to where it was. Just for a moment. I'm hoping you can't see too much of my dirty. There we go. Dirty set. Right. Oh, God, this blue tack is really stuck to the table here. Right, so one last tiny movement. I'm going to shove some more blue tack under there and hope that this one holds a bit better. I've also got some stuff behind here, haven't I? So I'm going to shove that all the way under there. Big, nice chunk. And then just push the other bits down. I know it's still sitting there. Now that should give us more visibility of those stairs, which it does. So one last photo, and then we put a load of tubes in by the looks of it. And where do they start? They start... God, we put a lot of stuff in. There's one instruction alone. So they start here. That's quite funny. There's a hidden flower, essentially. Whoops. There you go. Just going quiet while I just throw lots of bricks down. And then, boom. We have a 1x3. Just going in here, I assume. Yep, that'll be it. Followed by these, and I'm guessing this is going to get covered in a minute. So what I'm going to do is just skip forward a few pages in the instruction manual and just see what happens. Just so I can, if it's something else does go on here, which I'm guessing it will, I can pick it up now rather than doing it later. Okay. Because it looks like you're going to build a little wall. I'm going to build up the side. There we go. So, we're going to have a little plate. And it just makes sense because then you see everything happening at once. And again, this is only 3 studs wide here, which is what I was saying about when I saw the actual castle today. That, oh, this is cool. So this is black. Right, 2 things. So actual castle today, like I was saying, the towers, really narrow spiral staircases. Second thing, this is really cool here because these are actually black. I'm assuming this is supposed to be wood, little tubes and everything, and they're black. And the cool thing about that is there's a black tree that's in this, and the forestman trees used to be black. So I'm assuming this is not just, oh, let's use black pieces here. This was actually part of the lore, if you would, that the Lego, they've used black trees that are available to them. Right, here we go. So we're going to now slip in these little pieces, which are going to look like rocks. And they're going to get a little bit of foliage on top of each of them. Little greeneries. And another bit of greenery. And then we're going to go back and we're going to build this wall. Just going to check if there's anything else going on around here. Is that's done for that side. No. So, what happens? When does it happen? Because currently we have it in focus at the back here. So, corner, a 3 and a 4. I don't think that's going to necessarily show up very well. Oh, actually, I might be wrong. 3, 1/2. Make that really obvious. And the 4 doesn't matter right this moment. But what will matter is if we put a corner piece in and if we put a 2 brick. Is that right? So that goes there. Is that correct? Again, I'm sort of jumping forward here, so it's a bit, can be a bit confusing. I need a 4 there. No, that's really cool. I've made a second little bit of stairs just there. Should that be going all the way to the end? Yes, so I've done this wrong. So I need to go back. Back to the past, not to the future, unfortunately. Delete these two. So I used to, if you ever watched any of my old videos, you'll know that I used to delete stuff as afterwards. I'd just leave stuff in, I'd do a little hand signal to myself, but actually I've realised it started becoming quite hard to spot those hand signals now. Mainly mainly there we go. Right, last brick for this piece, and then we'll turn the set around and we'll build another wall. Building lots of walls at the moment. Walls are cool. So we're going to go back, and we're going to build, I'm going to turn it actually and do this wall from this angle. So let's get this bit of blue tack up. Oops. Just keep an eye on the amount of movement we do. So we did a couple of little movements and we're doing some big movements, and that just keeps it nice and smooth. I mean, I could probably actually sit here and calculate exactly how I should be moving this, but a bit of freehand never goes too bad in these videos. Right, there we go. And I'm just going to get the last little bit as I then push it down and break everything off. And of course, that way up. Push down. Just make sure that those bits of blue tack are not too obvious. Really push it down there. Just make sure that nothing's stuck to the set. I mean, generally these don't show up too well. Get our focus right, and then we're going to build this other little wall. So what are we looking for here? We want one of these bricks. Which one? Oh, we need a 3. 1 by 3. By one of these. Which will follow with one of these. Which is going to just twist itself nicely into place like that. In 4 frames. And then a standard brick. So sorry, I've gone a bit chatty to myself at the moment. I'm just trying to work out everything I'm trying to do. Now, I thought this was going to be like a slope up into this, but I don't think it is. I think we're about to brick all this off. So this is purely a separate entrance. Yes, we're about to brick it off. So, And this is my biggest problem actually when I do mocks. I never know. I try and think in my head, oh yeah, I'll build it like this, but when you build it, so I'll sort of build, so every brick's offset, and now I realise I've got a mess at the end. I need one by bricks to fix it all, and it's messy. Somehow when they build these, they just use like, oh, here's a 3 brick, here's a 2 brick, and it just seems to come together so well, and I can't get my head around it. Like what I should use sometimes. Go, really push those bricks down now. And here we go, 3. And hopefully this hook that we're building is going to show nicely. You see, this is the genius. I'd end up just putting one by one bricks just at the end, just to. So I'm just going to slow this down as this hook comes in. One by one bricks at the end, which should just look terrible. Here they go. They're putting a tiny little hook brick in, and I should assume we're going to put a torch or something on there in the end. Look how well this wall's coming together already. Oh. And here we go. These 2 studs, of course, they were for this plate. Just genius. I like this. So now we're about to put some greenery within the wall, so it's going to make the wall look green. That's super duper cool. And I'm so impressed that I actually built those stairs in situ. I wasn't sure before. When I first looked through the manual, my head was going, nope, just build it separate. Yeah, to build them in situ, and look how good they look. Oh my god, I'll just look at them again. So this is the one thing building stop motion. I don't always necessarily look at the set as I'm building it. I do enjoy it, but I miss it sometimes. Look how good that looks. That. Sorry, I'm like making funny noises now. Boom. Okay, so that's going to be when we get to the other side. So we are going to rotate the set in a minute. I'm going to check there's nothing else going on. Okay, might be worth. Sorry, I got distracted. So we're going to put a ladder on the other side of this in a minute. So I'm going to just start putting these slope bricks in. So what I was saying, I've said this a few times, I don't think I've got it. So brick drop is when I push the brick half on and then I push it fully on. And it just makes it look like it's dropping into place, which is a really cool way of doing it. Now, we're going to have a little bit of greenery just slip its way in here. And I was also saying, look how cool those stairs look. Really look at them. Now that I've just realised you're probably not getting updates on this on the corner. But you should be able to see now. Just look at how cool these stairs look. They're bloody awesome. They're just so smooth and they've got such a cool angle to them. So in my original Lion Knight's castle, this is the Lion Knight's castle. In my original Royal Knight's castle, you had a moulded set of stairs at the side in the base plate. And they looked good, but no, just it gets me every time when you see something this cool and they go like that. It's just awesome, like the angle. Oh, let's do a torch and then we're going to turn. So we're going to slide this in. You know what? I think it's time the wizard came for a visit. So there's the torch. Now, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? He's going to land and he's going to spin. So he's going to go on. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually rotating him, but I'm taking a blank shot between each one. There we go. Right, so now he's going to be here properly. What I'm going to do is put a tiny piece of blue tack just on his dress. And I'm going to wiggle him across here each time. I'm just going to move his hand up slightly, so I'm not going to do a proper walk phase for him. He's going to do this actually. Let's see. Get that blue tack, move his hand slightly. Whoops. It's a really steep set of stairs, this, if you spot it. It's actually quite hard to get him to stand on it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Put a bit of blue tack there as well in the middle, so the centre of his bum hole. That hasn't worked because it's gone straight up his bum. Actually, it's a leg hole, isn't it? I shouldn't call it a bum hole. The moment you regret what you just decided to do. There we go. Quick, take a photo before he falls. Right, and then he's going to be there. And he's going to be there. And honestly, this is actually what takes the most time in stop motion. Moving stuff which shouldn't move in places it shouldn't go. Now, if I had a figure with legs on, this would actually be hard still. But at least I could have the legs still on the... I'm going to keep breaking that off every 10 minutes, aren't I? Set a timer, tell me when I next break it. What I'm going to do... Yep, there we go, take a photo. Okay. Just need to check on which step he was on. Right, so yeah. So I've gone really quiet, and it's because this is hard. Why did I choose something hard to do? Right, last one. Here we go. Right, now that there's studs, we can't fit him on there. I'm just going to have a quick look at what this animation actually looks like. Oh, hey there. I can't see you on my phone for some reason. I can see you chatting elsewhere, but I can't see you on here. What is that about? Hey, Oscar. I'm good. I'm currently building the Limelights Castle, and I'm adding in a animation sequence of the wizard Magisto walking down a set of stairs. Exciting stuff. And what he's going to do is just tap this. So he's going to lift up his rod here, and you'll see. And I'll probably add in a flash in post. So he's going to lift up his rod. He's going to whirl it around. So we're just going to do a few little movements. A bit of whirling. Just to make that spell. Yeah, apologies, I don't know quite when you spoke, but my phone wasn't updating, it would seem. I just spotted it when I was changing one of the scenes. So yeah, here we go, whirling around, whirling. We'll do it twice because you wouldn't just whirl once for a fire spell, would you? It'd always have to be twice. And then he's going to come down, swinging his big rod, and he's going to lift it like that. And we're going to lift his arm a bit more. And then we're going to use a tiny flame. So what I'm going to do is take this piece out for a moment, put in our tiny flame. Oh. Balls. I've put in loads of bricks the wrong way around. And then we're going to blast up this wall because we've just put the bricks all the wrong way around. Right, I'm trying not to move Magisto too much, but I've also knocked a brick off. Oh, so my plan not to move him too much has just failed. I think I know where he was sat though. He was like there. Right, and this is just going to suddenly, on the next one, so this is going to go down like this one's going to go up, and this one's going to go up. So actually, before I do that, I'm going to change the flame into our big flame. And this is really cool because that's essentially a piece that they normally use for the helmets, and now it's a flame piece. And this one needs to come up too. And there we go. And then this is going to flick around a bit. Whoops. What was our last frame? It was that. So then this one needs to come up to here like this. And he's going to start lowering his wand, and then he's going to vanish again. So let's take that photo, put these bricks down, and this is how you hide a mistake. You make it look like it was something you did on purpose. And we're going to flick that flame back. And Magister is going to put his big rod back down. I'm just going to have a quick look. I'm going to flicker that one more time. I just realised I'm probably not updating this again. It's really annoying if this screen is not in shot. Right, he's going to lift his wand. So that flame's going to flick all the way around. And we're just lifting his wand yet again. And it's going to flicker like that. He's going to hold it. And he's going to go like this. Big swing. I'm just going to flicker this flame again. And when I'm saying flicker this flame, I'm just doing tiny movements just to make it look like it's alive, basically. And then he's going to vanish. Flame's going to move. He's going to appear. Flame's going to move. He's going to vanish. Appear. And one final vanish. And that would just... I could sort of do it in After Effects. I could do little cool visual effects afterwards, make it look better, but at the end of the day I quite like the idea of just having him like puff out. Is that the right word? Puff out? Not sure. So there we go, we've done our flame. Now we're going to turn the set around and we're going to finish off this bag. So we're going to go around this way because we haven't seen this side yet. And now I just need to check there's no blue tack sat anywhere. Get the bits off that are. I quite like turning sets because it gives you, as the viewer of the final video, a really good understanding of what's happened so far and what's coming. Because you suddenly see, oh yeah, that bit's not built yet. Or you see, oh yeah, look at that ridiculous gap in the wall there. Or you say, there was a bit of blue tack on there, what was he doing? Right, so what's supposed to go in there? It's a 3 brick, is it? 4 brick, 3 brick. It's supposed to be a 4 brick. We'll fix that in a moment. And what I'm doing, I'm just looking on my camera as I do this as well. I'm just sort of using the guidelines that are on here. So the rule of 3 line is what I use. Just to sort of give me an idea of roughly where I want to move everything to. So I'm sort of moving about two studs at a time at the moment. And when it comes to slowing this set down, I'll probably go down. So that was only 1 stud actually. I'll probably go down to a sort of 1 stud, 1.5 stud at a time turn, which I'm probably not far off now. So let's just keep that set moving. And we're going to have to get some blue tack and really hold this one down. That's quite cool because the treasure chest is actually really in the dark, which I think looks good. Right, I'm going to hold this set down, squeeze some blue tack underneath it, take off the excess, it sticks out, use my other bit of white tack. So I'll keep calling it blue tack, but it's actually white tack I use. Reason being, it makes this mess on the white paper, which, if I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, it's actually very, whoops, I've broken that yet again. There we go, there we go. It's okay, no damage done. It's Lego. Right, there we go. So now we need to build up. Oh, we need to put the wands in. Yes, so we're going to have, let's start with the barrel and the cup. Let everyone get their bearings of what's just happened. There goes a cup. Here comes the barrel. Inside the barrel, we get 2 wands from Harry Potter. Thank you, Harry. Could have probably got the GoPro a bit closer to there, actually. Let me just see. Sorry, I've just realised something I probably could have done a bit better while I've been building. And seeing we're now building in quite a small section. Well, apologies, I thought I could change the GoPro's lens. Apparently it doesn't want to right now. Ignore me. Right. Wand number 1. Don't think you can see that. So what we're going to do is a bit of blue tack on the wand as it goes in. If you can't tell,